This week, we witnessed our first King's speech in more than 70 years, in what was a big moment in our country's history. In the speech, His Majesty unveiled the government's agenda for the year ahead through a series of bills which will now be introduced to Parliament and will eventually become law. And I want to update you on some of the key announcements that will benefit us in Orpington, particularly around crime, the economy and the cost of living. On crime, you're probably aware that since 2019 the government have recruited 20,000 new police officers nationally, and in Orpington Town Centre we now have a permanent 7-strong dedicated town team. And the government are building on this by making sure that the most serious offenders, such as murderers and rapists, will have to face their accusers in court and serve their entire terms in custody. The government is also investing in more prison space and rehabilitation. All of this together will cut crime and make our streets safer. On the economy, we recently struck the biggest trade deal since Brexit to join a vast free trade area made up of 11 dynamic countries including Singapore, Australia, Canada and Japan. The government is now making the most of this by focusing on growing our trade and investment with them. This will help businesses in places like Orpington and across the constituency to find new export opportunities and to grow. And on the cost of living, we are backing North Sea oil and gas extraction, which will make us more energy independent, safeguard hundreds of thousands of jobs and help to reduce the energy bills for households. And of course, we are continuing in our efforts to cut inflation. And the good news is that inflation is falling. It's almost halved from its peak at the end of last year, and that too will help bring our energy and food bills down. On top of this, we will shortly see the introduction of minimum service levels, for example, to prevent strikes from undermining patient safety. The increasing of apprenticeships, like the high quality ones provided locally by the likes of JTL and the London South East College, and doubling down on our work to stop criminal traffickers and illegal boats crossing the Channel. So, all in all, we have a packed agenda in Parliament for the weeks and months ahead.